family's from the Middle East, and my lineage is Muslim, but I wasn't really raised Muslim in my household. When we came to the States, I was pretty much raised in the South as a young girl, where there isn't a very large population of Middle Easterners, so I felt very disconnected from a lot of the other children that I was in school with. What would your suggestion be to young people kind of going through the same thing, being raised in a Western world where their family and their culture and their lineage is from a totally different culture?
If I have something to recommend to parents who are not very religious or not interested even in religion, at least make your children comfortable and self-confident and brave enough to deal with the world. But the more difficult situation is when your parents themselves, I'm not talking about you, but an example, will put restrictions on you in the name of Islam. But they didn't know what Islam is. So all what you knew is a bunch of restrictions. This does not help you in exchanging in a healthy way with the environment.
In terms of the religion part of Islam, like the religion part of Islam, I personally, I'm not very religious. I do feel that I am spiritual. I have a personal relationship with God. But, you know, having my lineage being Muslim, I felt a disconnect, you know, thinking that, like, I personally feel that the laws of Islam and many other religions, to that fact, are a bit outdated. Like, I feel like some of the laws and stipulations they put on you to be a good Muslim or to be a good Christian or to be a good Jew or whatever it may be, like, I feel like it's a bit outdated and they have not been updated to our modern society. What are your thoughts on whether or not the religions are outdated in terms of what they preach and what they say you should practice in order to be, you know, a good Muslim?
The part that will be outdated if we do not develop it is, they call it under Islamic jurisprudence, the chapter of interactions. How I deal with others, how I sell, how I buy, how I borrow, how I rent, how I marry, how I divorce, how this and that. This, they call it interactions. Of course, they change by the change of the people, change of the norms, change of the society, change of the needs, and so on and so forth. This part has to develop and to change. And Islam has a built-in mechanism that is telling you, yes, you have to change, and this is how you change it. Change it without betraying its roots, which is the belief in God and the commitment to humanity.